Hey everybody, it's Taylor with Boydston Grove, and today we're going to take a really popular Christmas tree project and make it better. Let's get into it. This little Christmas tree project is pretty popular right now. It's all over the internet and people are batching them out for craft sales and markets. It's a pretty simple project and there's nothing really wrong with it, but I just feel like we can kick it up a notch. So first, I'm going to show you how to build the basic version, and then we're going to continue to add steps to ramp it up.
He's taken it to a whole other level.
You want to start by changing the angle of your miter saw to 31.6 degrees, which is a common stop on most miter saws. You also want to change the blade tilt or bevel to 31.6 degrees. I'm using a common 1x4 pine board that I picked up from a big box store. After cutting the end, you want to flip the board over and make your first cut at 6 1/4 inches, measuring from the top or short end of your first angle cut. Repeat this process, cutting a piece at 4 1/4 inches and one at 2 1/4 inches, and finish with a piece cut to a point. Your end result should look like this. Now I'm adding an extra step by securing the pieces with a dowel, but this is optional. A good wood glue will be plenty strong enough to hold this little decor piece together. No, I will not be recommending this dowel jig. It was a gift and I can't stand it. It is horrible, but it's what I have right now, so it's what I'm using. While the little tree is drying, I cut 2 more pieces of that 1x4 for the base. One piece at 9 inches and one piece at 7 inches. Over at the table saw, I trimmed 3/4 inch off the shorter piece. Then I used my router to put a decorative edge on 3 sides of both base pieces. I assembled the pieces with glue and pin nails. The pin nails are not really necessary, they're just to keep the project moving along. I measured out 2 spots on the base and drilled them out with a 1.5 inch Forstner bit. These spots will hold little tea light candles. Then I applied a coat of stain to the base and some green paint to the tree. Once both pieces were dry, I assembled them with glue and brad nails, and that does it for the basic version of this project. For version 2, we're going to make 2 little changes. Once my second tree was assembled, I used my Bernzomatic torch to lightly scorch the surface. After a light sanding, I applied a craft paint with a cloth, removing the excess, kind of treating it like a stain. That way the wood grain will still be visible. Then it was just a matter of following the rest of the steps to the finish line. Just look at the difference those 2 simple steps made in the end result. I love being able to see the wood grain. Okay, for version 3, I set my table saw blade to 10 degrees, and using my tenoning jig, I took about 1/4 inch off the top side of the 3 larger pieces of the tree to create a slight bevel. Once the tree was assembled, scorched, and painted, I put some masking over part of it and stuck it in the WeCreate Vision Pro to add some lettering. There's a lot of different ways you can add some lettering if you don't have a laser. I filled the lettering with some gold craft paint and finished the assembly. I like how those angle cuts add a little bit of shadow, giving the tree a little bit more depth, and man, that red with the gold came out awesome. Okay, I decided to make one more version just to try a few other things out. And one of those things is I changed the angle on the miter saw from 31.6 degrees to 22.5, which is another very common stop on most miter saws. But I left the bevel of the miter saw at 31.6. And changing that one angle made the tree a lot slimmer, which means that I had to make the base skinnier also.
Okay, seriously, I did not understand a word you just said.
I also decided to set the tree on top of the bottom base piece just to lift it up a little bit and just to see what it would look like. And as you can see, I added some more detail with some paint. What a huge transformation just a few small changes can make to a really simple project. Let me know in the comments below which version or which combination is your favorite. A huge thank you to all our Grove members. Your faithful support helps us to be able to make projects like these and share them in videos like these. If you have any ideas of popular Christmas projects that we can upscale, let me hear them in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Be safe and have a great day.